There's no explanation for why he's passed. And sadly, these kind of stories come quite frequently with former athletes. You start to realize there's a lot of people that go through these pro leagues. Some of them never become big names, but they were a part of the league for a period of time. Guy like Darius Morris played a little bit more than 100 games. But just yesterday, if you were tuned into my video yesterday on the battle with Drake and Kendrick Lamar, we were talking about the significance of 87 in that ritual and how 87's been this really big theme this year. 7. And notice this man who's dead today, his full name is Darius Aaron Morris, which equates to 87 in Gematria. If you're new here, 87, a numerical value for a word. Where this comes from is Kabbalah. There's something called Gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words. It's very simple. There's 4 base ciphers of the English language. We talk about this every day in light of the headlines and what being aware of this reveals. Keep in mind, there's a song out there called Gematria, the killing name. There's another song out there called Murder by Numbers by The Police, where killing's as simple as ABC is 1, 2, 3. So again, just to make a point, this young man is dead on May 2nd. The news breaks today, May 4th, but he died on May 2nd. The Pope is 87 years old right now. We're on a 52-week calendar named after the Pope, and then the calendar we're on comes from the Jesuit order who served the Catholic Church, and right now we're in the time of the first Jesuit Pope. But anyhow, Pope equals 52 when you take the alphabetic order. Pope equals 25 when you take the alphabetic order with numerology. May 2nd can be written 5-2 or 2-5. This young man dies in connection to this 87 number on 5-2. And we just talked about this with the producer for Outkast, Rico Wade. His full name, Rico Renard Wade, 87. His music production company, Organized Noise with Z's, 87. He's dead at this time at age 52. And Andre 3000 at Outkast just put out the 87-minute flute album right before the Pope's 87th birthday. Again, Kendrick Lamar, who's got the whole hot hip-hop spotlight on him right now with his whole battle with Drake. He's born in 87. We talked about why yesterday on the real Machiavelli's birthday, he put out this song 616 when Tupac's birthday is June 16th. If you missed that video, check it out. But Kendrick Lamar has that 87 connection, like Ignatius Loyola, that's the founder of the Jesuits, like the Catholic Church, like how he's born in 87. So we were just bringing this point up yesterday. Again, how Francis Ford Coppola, who made the Godfather gangster movies, how his wife just died at 87, 117 days after the Pope's birthday when the Godfather's 117. Years ago, we were talking about the 117 jokes with LeBron when ESPN was calling him the Godfather. Jacob Rothschild. You know, people think Rothschilds run the world. No, they don't. They're on the Jesuit calendar too, and that's why the Rothschilds are dying by the numbers, as they so often do this year, synced up with the 87-year-old Pope. Again, the Jesuits are the New Day Templars. The Templars had the shield with the red crosses. Rothschild means red shield. The original bankers were Templars. All roads lead to Rome. Anyway, this 87 thing's been huge, right? And we've always talked about it, how it's synced up with the Pope every time one of these stories breaks. So just here we are again. It's one day after making the point, and now it's in the headlines. Darius Aaron Morris, 87, dead on May 2nd, a date that aligns with Pope. And again, you guys, 16th century Jesuits, at the end of that century, you get the calendar and the language all synced up, and the rest of the history that we've been living out, well, it's just history by the numbers. Learn the knowledge and take a look at history. You'll see what I mean. Again, there are 4 base ciphers, like I said, the alphabetic order and with numerology. So, for example, with the Pope, 52, P is the 16th letter of the alphabetic order. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4, E is 5. By the time you get to P, it's 16. O is the letter before P. It's the 15th letter. E is the 5th. You add up the letters, 16 plus 15 plus 16 plus 5. Pope equals 52. You use numerology for each letter. P, the 16th letter in numerology, is 1 plus 6 is 7. So P is 7. O, the 15th letter, is 1 plus 5 is 6. So you have 7 plus 6 plus 7 plus 5. Pope 25. The other half of the code is just running the alphabetic order in reverse. Z is 1 back to A is 26. And reverse with numerology. This young man who's dead died 120 days after his birthday. Born January 3rd, dead May 2nd, which is the 123rd day of a leap year. Dead 120 days later. His name in reverse with numerology applied. Darius Aaron Morris, 120. The word Illuminati is 120 forwards. It's 150 in reverse. The news breaks the day of the 150th Kentucky Derby, and he died one day after the Illuminati's birthday, which is May 1st, which can be written 1/5 like 15. And if you add 1 through 15 together, it equals 120. Again, there's some rhyme and reason to these numbers. Skull and Bones, modeled after the Bavarian Illuminati, gives you 15 members each year. Now, I didn't take screenshots for everything because I've covered some of these things a gazillion times. Kobe equals 33 and Kobe Bryant equals 41. And Kobe died at age 41 on the Pope's 41st day of his age while traveling from Catholic Mass. Kobe 33, Kobe Bryant 41. This man was the 41st pick of the NBA draft, now dead at 33. And this 52-bit, from Kobe's death January 26, 2020, to this month began the 52nd month since Kobe died. Today is 122 days after Darius Morris's birthday. Like, Basketball Reference will eventually correct this and show that he died 120 days after his birthday, but because the news broke today, Basketball Reference isn't updated. So today, the day of the screenshot's 122 days after his birthday. Do you remember when Kobe had his career high on January 22nd against the Raptors? It was his 666th career game. He scored 81. Kobe Bean Bryant equals 81. Kobe Bean Bryant the other way equals 54. Mark of the Beast equals 81. The other way, Mark of the Beast equals 54. Kobe scored 81 in his 666th game when the Mark of the Beast is 666. Kobe dies the Sunday before Super Bowl 54, promoting the 666 workout. He was all tied in with the whole COVID thing, which had 666 all over it, including staying 6 feet apart everywhere. They bury Kobe in Corona Del Mar as coronavirus is kicking off. Again, I wrote a book about it. If you guys don't know, check out the book Number Games by Zachary K. Hubbard. But the 122 thing, the word satanic equals 122. Like, Kobe had that game on January 22nd. The Church of Satan was founded in San Francisco on the 122nd meridian, when both satanic and San Francisco are 122. Pope Francis is also 122, and Pope Francis is named after St. Francis of Assisi, like San Francisco. So you got this 122 thing, and the day that this man died, it was a leap year, so he died on the 123rd day of the year, but typically May 2nd's the 122nd day of the year, the day he passed. So often when people visit the cemetery on his death anniversary, it will be the 122nd day of the year because it won't be a leap year. So this man has the 33 like Kobe, the 41 as in the 41st pick of the draft connected to Kobe, this 122 thing like Kobe, this 54 thing, because today's 5-4, the day they break the news, May 4th. Like Kobe dead the Sunday before Super Bowl 54. Remember, Kobe Bean Bryant equals 54. Gianna Bryant, 54. He's dead at 41. She's dead at 13. You add it together, it's 54. They just put up the statue of Kobe on February 8th, the 54th day of the Pope's age. 3 days before Super Bowl 58, the 54th of the modern era. Mahomes won 3 Super Bowls since Kobe died. The third came 3 days after the statue went up on the anniversary of Derek Thomas' death, number 58. And remember, Kobe Bryant equates to 58 the other way. 41 forwards, 58 in reverse. Kobe Bean Bryant, 54. 58th Super Bowl, 54th of the modern era. Sun equals 54. Star equals 58. We call people stars. Kobe was a really big star. Joe Montana was a big star. Joe Montana equals 54. Catholic educated, played at Notre Dame. They synced up both Super Bowl 54 and 58 with Joe Montana, who played for the Niners and Chiefs. In this recent Super Bowl, it went to overtime, 19-19, the number he wore with the Chiefs. It was 16-19 before that. He wore 16 with the Niners, won Super Bowl 16 and 19 with the Niners. McCole Hardman, 19th career touchdown to win the Super Bowl, to make the Chiefs the first back-to-back winner in 19 years, while Montana's 67 years old, the 19th prime, when Kansas City equals 67 in Gematria, and on and on and on. And what they did to Norma Hunt on 6-4, the 49ers' birthday before the Chiefs' 64th season. So remember, Kobe died at 41, and then LeBron won the finals in the weird season that got moved because of COVID exactly 41 weeks after his birthday, when Kobe Bryant's 41, King's 41, LA's 41, LA's 13 the other way, like Gianna was 13 and Kobe was 41. But we've talked about it many a times, these numbers with LeBron as well, 87 and 33. James Hardy, when he was found dead in the river, had a lot to do with 87. in the Indiana River while LeBron was back on the Cavs playing the Indiana Pacers in the playoffs. But James has that 87 and the small way 33. And remember, LeBron James was recently doing that podcast with JJ Redick, and JJ Redick said, what is the secret to have such a long, successful career? What you're doing, unprecedented. And LeBron said, you got to sacrifice a lot of loved ones. And then JJ Redick had like a surprised reaction, and then LeBron doubled down on it and repeated his statement. And we've been talking about for years, just all the bodies around the LeBron Jameses and the Tom Bradys of the world. Kobe Bryant, they got rid of Moses Malone and Daryl Dawkins by the numbers right before Kobe's last season. Moses Malone equals 41 and 58 like Kobe Bryant, drafted out of high school by the Utah Stars. Kobe finished his career against Utah after Moses Malone's death, 213 days after Moses Malone died. Keep in mind, Moses Malone died on the anniversary of Tupac, who died 213 days after All Eyes on Me came out on 213. And just to make a point, this man right here, Darius Aaron Morris, his name's also 213. Played for LA in the 213 area code. Rams won the Super Bowl on 213. So yeah, I got to wrap this up. But R.I.P. to Darius Morris. There's more to be said. He played for LA and Philly, Kobe's hometowns, also Memphis, where they smoked MLK in the big Jesuit ritual. Again, never forget Martin Luther King Jr. killed on the 95th day of the year, named after Martin Luther, who wrote the 95 Theses, which is what brought about the Jesuits on September 27th in history, the day leaving 95 days left in the year to stop the 95 Theses. Again, these numbers go through Tiger Woods and a million other things. But yeah, if you missed the Kendrick Lamar work yesterday and why he's putting out the diss track on the real Machiavelli's birthday, titled 616, which is Tupac's birthday, whose alias was Machiavelli. And 8 years ago from yesterday was the day they broke the news that Tupac's mom had died. She was a Black Panther, which is another 213 thing. The movie All Eyes on Me, it starts with her at the courthouse. But yeah, if you missed yesterday's video on the huge Tupac Machiavelli tribute in the disc, because again, all things are around the Pope. Start to realize, man, this is not a joke, the Jesuits. They're paying tribute to the Pope from all angles as they control seemingly all things in the world of entertainment, show business, government, politics, the things on the screens. But if you missed this yesterday, yeah, you definitely want to check out this video, all the parallels, what they did with Drake and Tupac, when Drake recently did the diss track with the Tupac AI voice. And it's like, how do you even know these things are true at this point? We live in such a weird time. But yeah, if you missed yesterday's video, you definitely want to check this one out. And then, again, if you missed the Rico Wade video I did recently, you're going to want to check that one out too. Rico Wade, Mr. 87, dead at 52. Very similar to Darius Moore with the 87 connection, dead on 5'2". Just getting blatant over here. And then, I mean, could it be any more obvious? I mean, Francis Ford Coppola. Pope Francis is 87. Then Francis Ford Coppola's wife is gone at 87, known for The Godfather. You can't get more gangster. You can't get more Italian. You can't get more Jesuit. Jesuits are gangsters. They're the real gangsters. I mean, look at what they achieved. They took over the world through taxation, coercion. I mean, just there's no better gangsters in the world than the Jesuit cabal that rules over us. That has characters as bold as LeBron who just look in the camera and say, you just sacrifice a lot of loved ones. Well, you didn't hear me? Let me say it again. To do what I do, you got to sacrifice a lot of loved ones, even ones you don't love. I didn't love Darius Morris. But again, all this stuff is connected, sadly, and we've been explaining it for a long time. Same thing day in and day out. And yeah, Jacob Rothschild, you can shove that Rothschilds run the world stuff up. Well, it's not really nice to shove anything up anyone's ass, but again, it's just a bunch of baloney, you guys. The Rothschilds don't run the world, okay? They didn't give us the calendar. There's a reason they get off by the numbers all the time, too, in Jesuit rituals, and they synced up the latest one, Jacob Rothschild, just perfectly with the 87-year-old Pope. He died 71 days after the Pope's birthday. And remember, it's just like how they launched off that big old Jesuit war in Jesuit-controlled Israel on Putin's 71st birthday, 71 days from the Pope's birthday. World affairs aren't synced up with the Rothschild family. They are synced up with the Pope and the Superior General. And, you know, today at Churchill Downs, as they kept blasting you with the Jesus ads all throughout Churchill Downs coverage, you never seen so many Jesus ads in your life unless you're watching the Churchill Downs today. the Run for the Roses, the Kentucky Derby. But again, just I can't remember if I was talking about this when it was muted, but again, they told you had the first black trainer in the race in forever, and they kept him in barn 42. I mean, just straight up mockery. And then they bring on the owner who has the favorite horse. And coincidentally, he was at the Kentucky Derby 4 years ago with his grandmother, and she just dropped dead there. And he had to emphasize multiple times it was just a coincidence. It's like, come on, man. Unless the reason there is so much coincidence by the numbers, just with wicked patterns around show business, is because it is just like inherently evil, and there's like literally demons in the air floating around everywhere about it, just working by this way every single day. And if that's the truth, that needs to be understood as well, because then people need to stay away from the entertainment world even more. It's like you get involved with it, you can't even get away. Spells and spelling, the cabal and Kabbalah. Curses in cursive. But yeah, just day after day, headlines like this, nobody even blinks an eye. Here, let's close out by reading one of the articles, and then I got to wrap this thing up. R.I.P. to Darius Morris. All right, let's read it. Former NBA guard Darius Morris has died at the age of 33. The news was reported by The Athletic's Sham Sharinia. Sham isn't like a sham. Here, hold on. Let me get the definition of a sham. Sham, a thing that is not what it is purported to be. Falsely present something as the truth. Again, this is the other thing that could be going on in society too, you guys. If these people are all like disappearing to some cool club to be in, I mean, again, but the point is the ritualism of the deaths reported in the news. It is just that. It is ritualism. These people are really dying. It's really twisted. If they're all faking their deaths and going to God knows where, that's also messed up. Stop lying to us every day. It's like all you get through this media is nonstop deception. Shams. Reported to you by the Sham. During his 4-year NBA career, 4 and death. Just did the interview with Crow 777 yesterday. We were talking about 4 and death. It comes up all the time. Kobe dead 4 years after Moses Malone. The Exodus 4 tribute to Moses and the staff and the snake. And then what happened to Kobe, the Black Mamba, after he fell to 4th in scoring because LeBron passed him in points scored the day before in his hometown on the court with the Black Snakes in biblical Philadelphia. During his 4-year NBA career, Morris played for the Los Angeles Lakers, Philadelphia 76ers. Again, Moses Malone said, faux, faux, faux. Kobe's hometown. Los Angeles Clippers, Memphis Grizzlies, where they killed MLK by the numbers on 4-4. And Brooklyn Nets, Jordan's hometown, Brooklyn. He was selected by the Lakers in the second round of the 2011 NBA draft, number 41 overall, out of Michigan. Michigan, Ohio, rivalry. Cavs back in Ohio. Michigan did just win the championship this year. There's probably something more to think about with the Michigan piece. He averaged 3.3 points in his NBA career, and now he's dead at 33. He shot 42% from the field. He didn't get the Steph Curry treatment with the David Blaine. Is it magic or magnets? They had to post it 42 minutes after the hour. Remember when they had to report that Kobe died in the 4200 block? And then they showed you a helicopter in a dirt field. And it's like, in what world is that the 4200 block? In the middle of the dirt is the 4200 block for Kobe Bryant. Dead at 41, thus in his 42nd year of life. Yeah, there's no explanation in any of these articles how he died. He just dead. It was just reported by Sham. Here, ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Over a decade in, they still haven't covered Gematria. Former Michigan standout and Los Angeles Laker draft pick Darius Morris has died at 33. His family announced Saturday. Well, that's better than Sham. No cause of death was given. TMZ reported Morris' body was found in the Los Angeles area on Thursday. He was a Los Angeles native. He was also found dead on 5/2, 52 days before his draft anniversary. We talked about how Pope equals 52. In 25, Pope, when you run it in reverse, the small weighs 11, like how he was part of that 2011 draft. So, yeah, I got to wrap it up there. Again, thank you to everyone who hits the like and the share. Again, if you haven't helped out Amy and you've been thinking about it, $Amy CTC. That's Charlie Tom Charlie. Again, Amy, good to Kyoto in the community, going through some tough problems in life, trying to take care of her family, herself. Got $1 for Amy, Amy CTC on the Cash App. She's a good member of the community that could just use a little bit more support. And thank you to everyone who did help her out. We'll leave it there for now. And until next time, Truth Seeker.